Keep it going, guys. It should be finished soon.
Hey Richard, how are you doing today?
Oh, hey Brickfire, what are you doing here?
Well, I was taking a walk to get ready for the next challenge. Then I saw you standing next to a curtain. So I came over to ask what you're doing.
What curtain? I don't know what you're talking about.
But there is a curtain right behind you.
Teleport powers, activate.
Hey, don't change the—
Well, that takes care of that. I should go do the intro.
Oh? Hey Brickfire, when did you get here?
Well, Richard was doing something and then he teleported me. So, what are you two doing here?
Well, me and Vivitria are just hanging out. Care to join us?
Sure.
Welcome back to Character Elimination.
Since the cookie thieves lost, let's go to the Elimination Center. Okay contestants, I'm Astro Boy Fan 2002, and I will do the job Richard is too lazy to do. Let's get started. Soren, Timeface, Cam, Chalky, Genos, Lee, Nathan Drake, Jen, and Doobie Dummy got 0 votes. Hubert Galforce got 1 vote, Woody Woodpecker got 2 votes, and Chili Pepper Cookie, with 3 votes, wins the prize. She gets a picture of Rye Cookie.
Are you kidding me? I hate this buzz-killing jerk.
Don't worry, you will get immunity as well. Now it's time to see who will go home. Timeface won immunity, so he is safe. Chili Pepper Cookie, Cam, Woody Woodpecker, Chalky, Genos, Jen, and Doobie Dummy are safe at 0 votes. Lee is safe at 1 vote. Nathan Drake is safe, even at 2 votes. And Soren with 3 votes. You're eliminated, so Soren, you're out.
I'm not going to be mad. I get some of the viewers might think I'm ass. But hey, I had a decent time here. I wish you all well. Let's get going then.
Gee Soren, slow down. Any last words, Magical Twink?
I'll say this. At least you guys were better than Amy.
It sucks we lost Soren, but I do wonder, who the heck is this Amy person?
With Ike's magic boyfriend gone, maybe we could get a winning streak, and yes, I ship it.
Joshua the BTS, BNA, and Deltarune fan will host today's challenge.
Hello contestants, I'm Joshua, and I will host today's challenge.
Wait, I thought you were a hamster. How come you're human?
The TLDR is, Richard doesn't have the assets for my hamster form. So that's why I'm human. Anyways, let's get to what the challenge is. Today's challenge is Hunger Games. More specifically, the Hunger Games Simulator.
Oh, Hunger Games, now we're cooking.
You each will be split into 2 teams of 2. But before we start, we need 2 more people. For this challenge, Button and Soren are going to compete in this challenge for this episode. Now to the districts. Okay, before we start I want to explain something about District 6 and 12. I'm sure you notice that District 6 of both team captains and District 12 has 2 eliminated contestants. If anyone from District 1 to 5 and 7 to 11, will win immunity for their team, and if District 6 or 12 wins, both teams will be up for elimination. Now with that out of the way, let's begin.
So we need to hope that TRR, Chili Pepper, Red Circle, Button, and Soren lose. I have a feeling we would still get a double elimination if our team loses.
So we have a chance that both teams will go up for elimination. Even if that happens, I have immunity. So I'll be fine.
Alright contestants, are you ready?
Hello.
What the? Who are you?
Oh, I'm the text-to-speech voice used for this challenge. I'm supposed to do all the talking during the challenge, because no one wants to hear someone with a Justin voice yap.
Oh Richard, you're so lucky I'm getting paid.
Alright losers, let's start. To the first Hunger Games. I'm sure you guys already know the rules, so let's get to it. The bloodbath. As the tributes stand on their podiums, the horn sounds. Lee, Gamma, Soren, Button, Brick Fire Delta, Ellie, Len, Chili Pepper Cookie, and Hubert Galforce all run away from the cornucopia. Doobie Dummy runs away with a lighter and some rope. Charles and Chalky fight for a bag. Charles gives up and retreats. Nathan Drake and Woody Woodpecker fight for a bag. Woody Woodpecker strangles Nathan Drake with the straps and runs. Kemp severely slices Jen with a sword. Janice stays at the cornucopia for resources. Typeface and Thomas Muller grab a backpack and retreat. Vividria and Red Circle grab a sword. Gino breaks Z's nose for a basket of bread. Rains finds a bag full of explosives. Day 1. Button, Z, Charles, Typeface, and Kemp hunt for other tributes. Chalky thinks about home. Hubert Galforce throws a knife into Gamma's chest. Janice receives fresh food from an unknown sponsor. Thomas Muller explores the arena. Chili Pepper Cookie constructs a shack. Rain steals from Len while he isn't looking. Doobie Dummy receives an explosive from an unknown sponsor. Sorin tries to spearfish with a trident. Vividria and Brickfire Delta hunt for other tributes. Red Circle goes hunting. Lee runs away from Ellie. Woody Woodpecker tries to sleep through the entire day. Mood. Gino receives clean water from an unknown sponsor. 3 cannon shots can be heard in the distance. Night 1. Vividria destroys Len's supplies while he is asleep. Red Circle climbs a tree to rest. Button and Woody Woodpecker huddle for warmth. Charles questions his sanity. Chili Pepper Cookie begs for Thomas Muller to kill her. He refuses, keeping Chili Pepper Cookie alive. Hubert Galforce receives an explosive from an unknown sponsor. Gino sets an explosive off, killing Sorin. Doobie Dummy receives an explosive from an unknown sponsor. Brickfire Delta and Typeface work together to drown Chalky. Ellie and Z run into each other and decide to truce for the night. Kemp receives an explosive from an unknown sponsor. Rains lets Lee into her shelter. Janice is awoken by nightmares. Day 2. Thomas Muller dies of hunger. Hubert Galforce constructs a shack. Vividria runs away from Rains. Button makes a wooden spear. Z is pricked by thorns while picking berries. Doobie Dummy sprains his ankle while running away from Red Circle. Brickfire Delta stalks Janice. Woody Woodpecker chases Len. Typeface receives fresh food from an unknown sponsor. Charles receives medical supplies from an unknown sponsor. Lee defeats Ellie in a fight, but spares her life. Chili Pepper Cookie picks flowers. Gino scares Kemp off. 3 cannon shots can be heard in the distance. Night 2. Janice destroys Charles's supplies while he is asleep. Woody Woodpecker thinks about winning. Ellie attempts to start a fire, but is unsuccessful. Red Circle, Chili Pepper Cookie and Typeface discuss the games and what might happen in the morning. Button is awoken by nightmares. Kemp receives clean water from an unknown sponsor. Z, Doobie Dummy, Brickfire Delta, and Lee tell each other ghost stories to lighten the mood. Len goes to sleep. Rains and Hubert Galforce tell stories about themselves. Gino kills Vividria while she is sleeping. Day 3. Kemp and Z split up to search for resources. Charles injures himself. Rains convinces Ellie to not kill her, only to kill her instead. Doobie Dummy tries to spearfish with a trident. Gino picks flowers. Chili Pepper Cookie, Red Circle, Hubert Galforce, and Len hunt for other tributes. Janice questions his sanity. Brickfire Delta chases Woody Woodpecker. Button steals from Lee while he isn't looking. Typeface sees smoke rising in the distance, but decides not to investigate. 2 cannon shots can be heard in the distance. Night 3. Brickfire Delta dies from an infection. Typeface destroys Z's supplies while he is asleep. Lee begs for Hubert Galforce to kill him. He refuses, keeping Lee alive. Woody Woodpecker tends to Kemp's wounds. Janice thinks about home. Doobie Dummy tends to his wounds. Len screams for help. Gino starts a fire. Chili Pepper Cookie, Charles, Button, and Rains tell each other ghost stories to lighten the mood. Red Circle receives a hatchet from an unknown sponsor. Day 4. Button camouflages himself in the bushes. Typeface discovers a river. Z receives a hatchet from an unknown sponsor. Gino convinces Charles not to kill him, only to kill him instead. Janice pushes Hubert Galforce off a cliff during a knife fight. Rains overhears Kemp and Woody Woodpecker talking in the distance. Red Circle receives clean water from an unknown sponsor. Len goes hunting. Lee tries to spearfish with a trident. Doobie Dummy defeats Chili Pepper Cookie in a fight, but spares her life. 4 cannon shots can be heard in the distance. Night 4. Button cries himself to sleep. Lee stays awake all night. Chili Pepper Cookie passes out from exhaustion. Rain sets up camp for the night. Gino tends to Woody Woodpecker's wounds. Len sets up camp for the night. Kame unknowingly eats toxic berries. Janice cooks his food before putting his fire out. Z begs Typeface to kill him. He refuses, keeping Z alive. Red Circle stabs Doobie Dummy while his back is turned. Red Circle begs Typeface to kill him. He refuses, keeping Red Circle alive. Doobie Dummy defeats Chili Pepper Cookie in a fight, but spares her life. Woody Woodpecker runs away from Janice. Lee camouflages himself in the bushes. Rains throws a knife into Len's chest. Gino makes a wooden spear. Button goes hunting. 3 cannon shots can be heard in the distance. Night 5. Woody Woodpecker receives fresh food from an unknown sponsor. Rains questions her sanity. Gino screams for help. Janice dies from an infection. Lee, Typeface, Button, and Z form a suicide pact, killing themselves. Red Circle is unable to start a fire and sleeps without warmth. Chili Pepper Cookie thinks about home. The feast. The cornucopia is replenished with food, supplies, weapons, and memories from the tribute's families. Rains, Woody Woodpecker, Chili Pepper Cookie, and Red Circle decides no to go to the feast. Gino takes a staff leaning against the cornucopia. Day 6. Rain sees smoke rising in the distance, but decides not to investigate. Woody Woodpecker and Red Circle hunt for other tributes. Chili Pepper Cookie makes a wooden spear. Gino thinks about home. 5 cannon shots can be heard in the distance. Night 6. Rains, Red Circle, Chili Pepper Cookie, Woody Woodpecker, and Gino sleep in shifts. Day 7. Rains receives fresh food from an unknown sponsor. Red Circle receives fresh food from an unknown sponsor. Gino searches for firewood. Woody Woodpecker is pricked by thorns while picking berries. Chili Pepper Cookie sees smoke rising in the distance, but decides not to investigate. No cannon shots can be heard in the distance. Night 7. Woody Woodpecker attempts to start a fire, but is unsuccessful. Gino passes out from exhaustion. Rains and Chili Pepper Cookie run into each other and decide to truce for the night. Red Circle attempts to climb a tree, but falls to his death. Day 8. Woody Woodpecker overpowers Gino, killing him. Rains receives clean water from an unknown sponsor. Chili Pepper Cookie tries to sleep through the entire day. 2 cannon shots can be heard in the distance. Night 8. Woody Woodpecker is awoken by nightmares. Rains receives a hatchet from an unknown sponsor. Chili Pepper Cookie climbs a tree to rest. Day 9. Chili Pepper Cookie receives clean water from an unknown sponsor. Rains defeats Woody Woodpecker in a fight, but spares his life. No cannon shots can be heard in the distance. Night 9. Chili Pepper Cookie tends to Woody Woodpecker's wounds. Rains climbs a tree to rest. Day 10. Woody Woodpecker kills Rains with the hatchet. Chili Pepper Cookie fishes. 1 cannon shot can be heard in the distance. Night 10. Chili Pepper Cookie bashes Woody Woodpecker's head in with a baseball bat. The winner is Chili Pepper Cookie from District 6.
Congratulations Chili Pepper Cookie for winning the challenge. Since your district won, you and Red Circle get immunity. This does mean that the Revenge Reds and the Cookie Thieves are up for a double team elimination.
Hey, shouldn't Chili Pepper Cookie pick someone else to have immunity?
Oh right, she already had immunity. I guess it's unfair for your team to have 2 people with immunity. Okay Chili Pepper, pick someone else to have immunity.
Oh okay then, I pick Woody Woodpecker since he did the best in the challenge.
Wow, I won immunity! That's awesome!
Okay, good. So anyways everyone that is not Chili Pepper Cookie, Woody Woodpecker, Red Circle, and Ellie are up for elimination. Oh right Soren and Button you have to go.
I'll come.
I hate how my dumbass brain didn't think the berries were bad.
I don't know how to feel, happy for Chili Pepper Cookie winning, or sad since we're still up for elimination.
Okay viewers, vote for a member of the Cookie Thieves to be eliminated or to get the prize. You can vote for your Typeface, KMB, Chalky, Jenna, Celine, Nathan Drake, Jen, or Doobie Dummy, and Hubert Galforce. You can't vote for Woody Woodpecker or Chili Pepper Cookie to be eliminated because they have immunity, and you also can't vote for them to win the prize because, well, that'd be unfair. And vote for a member of Revenge Reds to be eliminated to get the prize. You can vote for Reigns, Vividria, Brickfire Delta, Gamma, Gino, Thomas Muller, Charles, Z, and Len. You can't vote for Ellie or Red Circle because they also have immunity. Yeah, that's pretty much it. I'm very sorry this took way longer than it should have. Well, anyway, bye!